Welcome to Gold Silver Pros.
Hey everybody, this is your host, Rob Keents, and I just wanted to come on real quick and do a quick station announcement, I guess station or channel or whatever we call it. I've been off of social media, well, sort of mostly off for about a week and a half. I was just basically taking a vacation. I've been doing this hard and heavy for about 4.5 years, and if you combine it with all the writing and research I've been doing for over 15 years, it has been definitely a labor of love and a lot of work, and I just needed to take a break. I needed some time off. So it took about a week and a half, and I've been working on, other things that I've been wanting to work on. One of those is going to be a special announcement, and that's why I wanted to do this video. We are going to be somewhat changing format going forward. This will be the last official video that I do as Gold Silver Pros. And I've had Gold Silver Pros for about 4.5 years, but before Gold Silver Pros, I ran other channels and I wrote as myself, and I had an expanded topic list. I know I've been focusing on the gold and silver and the market report for about 4.5 years. That's how most of you guys met me and know me, whether it be at a conference or picking me up on somebody else's channel or just doing a search and finding me. And I realized that that's extremely important. So we're going to keep the market wrap-ups, the weekly market reports is what the new name is going to be, weekly market report. We're going to have that every Tuesday. So I'm not getting rid of that. That probably over the last 4 to 5 years was my most consistently popular format and piece of media and piece of content that we did. So we're going to keep that. And I'm still a big gold, silver guy. Still believe in sound money, through my role with Citizens for Sound Money. Of course, that's still a huge part of who I am as a person and a huge part of the way in which I want to interact with you guys and provide research and education. I know that a lot of you guys have written me and told me is so crucial to your own research and that you guys really appreciate. So that will still be there, but we're going to expand the format and go beyond just the economic and go just beyond the market report and go specifically beyond gold and silver. While I love gold and silver, and that's a huge part of my overall plan, and I believe it's an important part of my community, a community of people, I have a larger community, and I have a larger community of people and friends and things that I love to talk about that I want to bring to the channel. I've been thinking about doing this for a couple of years, but I think now is a really good time to do it. We've had, really good growth the last few years. I think specifically on Twitter, but also across social media. I feel like this is a great time to kind of expand content. And the reason it is because when I talk to you guys in person, whether it's at a conference or I met you at the store, or I met you at a coin show, or sometimes I just meet people out and they recognize me, or via emails or whatever. I mean, I had some phone calls with you guys over the years. We only talk about gold and silver for a few minutes, and then the rest of it is other topics around freedom, around the Constitution, around a small R republic form of government, not, Democrat versus Republic political class, but what to be in a republic actually means towards individual freedom, individual sovereignty, the sovereignty of nations, the Constitution, this era, this wonderful era of the freedom of man that we have now that for most of human existence has not existed, but I think right now is under extreme threat. I can't just talk about gold and silver anymore. We got to talk about a lot more stuff. So I'm very excited for this format change. Now that does mean the name will be changing. So what you want to do when you watch this video is subscribe to our channel here and go over to Twitter or X or whatever they're calling it nowadays and subscribe to us over there as well. And for those of you that have signed up for email through the website, I've already taken the Gold Silver Pros website down, by the way. The store's down. You can still contact me at info@goldsilverpros.com for now, although that email will be changing with the format change. We'll update it with a new name. We're going to update the channel with new names, and we're going to do, new graphics and all that kind of stuff. That'll take about a week or two. We'll get it all done. But for those of you who signed up for email, the thousands of you on our email list, I'll email you as well of the name change. So just be aware. So subscribe to our channels. If you're on the email list, you'll get updated with that. And we'll send out all those updates. But we will be back in full force Tuesday with the weekly market report. We'll go over gold and silver. And this time in gold and silver, I'm going to take some time and start charting some things. I'm going to talk about the recent pullback in gold and silver, talk about how long that pullback may last and why it may last that way, but also maybe the secondary explosive move that we may have in the second half of the year, maybe even starting in the summer. We'll talk about that. We're going to talk about it with regards to the markets and what we're actually seeing. We're going to tie it to some political happenings in terms of what's going to happen in the presidential election. That will be Tuesday, and we'll do that every Tuesday. The same report I've always done will still be here. It's just going to be the weekly market report, and the channel will have a new name, but same content. And then throughout the rest of the week, the other content that we do is going to focus on a broader picture. We're going to paint, we're going to have a larger canvas to paint with our paintbrush and paint a larger picture. We're going to talk about cultural things, pop culture, politics, not red versus blue team, but things that we need to do to secure freedom. We're going to talk about libertarianism and freedom, and my study of the great Austrian economists and that kind of stuff. Stuff that I talk, when I see you in person, we talk about. Well, guess what? We're going to have it on the show. So I think you guys are going to love it. So I don't think this is going to be less content or less of what you guys love. I think it'll be a lot more of what you love. And I think it's going to energize me. As we go forward, what I've realized through my association with Citizens for Sound Money, but also my understanding of what's going on in the world as you get more information about that, you can't just talk about the money aspect of it, and you can't just talk about gold and silver. It's not enough. There has to be much more to it than that. And so that's what the new channel is going to be like. So the rebranding will come next week. We'll go back to regular programming next week after I've had a bit of a break and a chance to breathe and get all of that set up for you guys. So stay tuned to the channel. We'll have that, all of that stuff up for you next week. And I think if anything, it's going to be a little bit less, I don't know, financial, a little bit less, a little bit more human, if you will. We're going to talk about more things human that we do when we talk face to face. I think you guys are going to like it. So stay tuned for that. That's going to wrap up this short video update. Remember, Tuesday weekly market wrap, and we'll expound upon the announcement today and tell you exactly what we're doing, exactly what the name is going to be, exactly what the focus is going to be. And I know from speaking with you guys are probably going to love it. So until next time, this is Rob King signing off for the very last time on Gold Silver Pros. New name next week. Stay tuned. Bye, guys. Have a great weekend.